Alrighty, welcome back YouTube. We continue MSQ. Where that is, it's around the corner. Oh, that's right, we've got to eliminate these little pockets of resistance. Well, I'm paralyzed. How about you get stunned? How do you like it? Oops, stuck in a rock. Plants person. Definitely stun you. Report back to Johannes. You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the Fourth and let Lieutenant Ascian know the west is now clear. I would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. I know where. They are. Sergeant Playtrew, what news of the Garleans? Their raiding parties are no more, then. Excellent. The Emulsion engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Ascian has reported a sound victory over the main column, and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogdenlin lady with the large axe. It would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Thanlin is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Northern Thanlin, you'll say? What are you doing?
Hold on, I won't be a second.
Oh, it's Aether. Of course she's still here. Corrupted crystals and
The
such.
beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me, an axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And
She's so cool.
not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it.
Nice.
So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
He senses me. A useful talent.
Ascian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Charlian, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales.
Oh, so she can't understand. She just hears gibberish, but she can understand the tone.
You have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh.
Bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydelin has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
Time to get back to the Rising Stones.
What did that bastard want with us? Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. Unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Okay, so I clicked on the door to get into the solar, and it just popped off. You're here. Master Louis Soir's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now. It's gone. It's gone. Oh.
You too.
It's holding it.
So,
I like how
you
we're
were
both
able
holding
to
axes.
divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
She can understand him.
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Oh, shit.
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above
Yeah, because he
all,
just told
I know
you,
that we
Bruce.
cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
After them! Quickly!
Before the rift closes. The chrysalis. Zai chrysalis. I don't know what that was. All right. And again, just like before, once we get that queue going, we'll be in there. So I'll see you in a second. All right, queue pop, and we are a go. I've got Glenn with me as a healer. I'm tanking. Let's do it. Oh, I have never realized the platforms on the outside of this. Such a creep, Nabrialas, God. can't see it, but I yelled in party chat. I said, let's kick his ass, y'all. For Minfilia. This red one, the black one. Black one. I'll take that red one after this, and then I can take that black one. Nope, it got absorbed. I need another. No, we're good. Yeah, there's the I guess you could call them are they chairs? No, they're not really chairs, but they're sort of like there's platforms on the inside. Oh, he is massive, much larger than before. Toss that axe, yeah. Is it an axe toss or what's a tomahawk? So it is. Get hit with triple. Don't know if Altani tanks above him. Let's see. Look okay. I did fine. Red first. That black one. Red. Red. Oi, wait. Give me a red over here. Nice. Black. This red. Another black. Red. Sweet. We have an LB. We're gonna save him. I was gonna say we could probably kill him before he teleports us. No? Right. He has power over time itself, says Minfilia. Oh. Oh, I just realized this is just an inversion. We're back, mother trucker. Secret Ascian man? Oh my god. That's fucking great. Instead of secret agent man. I love that. Ooh, that's a long fall. Okay.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
Excuse me? Oh, I have not seen that before ever. Umbrialis.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, Scions.
Oh. Rabbit, you dumb hoe. Why does she look so confused? You know what it is.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
What trickery is this? No. No. Cannot. No.
That's bright. Hold them
Use
for long.
Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free.
Nice. I like how they did that. It's right at my feet. Pick it up, fool! Moving so slow. Let's go.
Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Somar, can he help?
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
Okay, she kind of
If
annoying.
only we had a bit more ether.
She's gonna sacrifice herself, isn't she?
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Must Master Louis Soir. I understand now. The choice you made in death. There is life. Farewell, Urianger. You damned old coot.
Moonbreeder! No! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Shit.
Moonbreeder. She's gone. You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead. This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
She gave her life to temper the blade of light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands. Does Urianger know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens. Yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louis Soir. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louis Soir gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden... Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her.
I took my hand off the mouse. That's why I skipped early on the paragraph before.
For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisois I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisois hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louisoir's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoir's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Great return.
Of course, my friend.
Sorry, too.
Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlian Manor to celebrate Moonbreeda's life, mourn her passing. They should have done a slightly more somber sound for the quest completion for that. After all that. Just saying. As Moonbreeder was a native of Charlian, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Rathfrost and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Oh, yes, I know it. But is the sign of the Scholar also on Tusmadi, or whatever it's called? The Staff of Louisois? I think that's the Scholar's sign. But see you when we get there. Yeah, it is. So crazy, those three in alignment. You've got the Stone of the Scholar, the Keeper of the Lake, and the Crystal Tower all right. Mordona is kind of popping.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Can anybody else see that?
For death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
Nobody else saw that. Am I the only one who could see Midgar Somer? I guess so. Yep, that sucks. Alright, we're going back to the Rising Stones. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me. As antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree? Tis as if a dagger had been thrust into my breast. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead within our duty. Battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Swa, Moonbrinda, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need to remind you of this, of course. It is for my own benefit that I repeat these words, reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. Actually really sweet. Victory won. While on the living forge ever on. It's the light of a new day. Officially got the crawl. We're done with post-ARR. We're officially done with post-ARR. I think. Have you a moment? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbrinda's passing. Oh, it's like her twin. My heart aches to see her downcast. Yeah. She was really close to Min. I'm gonna give her a hug. This is my best girl. Hey, it's a MSQ. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? Thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowan a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowan a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you, and the daisy, at Rathfrost. Poor thing. I want to see what Papalymo says. I loathe to see Ida in such pain, but I have not the words to comfort her. You imagine it. I, Papalymo, the one who has an eloquent comment for every situation, am at a loss for words. Well, now I need to see what everybody said. The rising stones feel somehow colder. Brynda always carried with her such an abundance of warmth and cheer. Right. To Rowena. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade. Eh? They've got you running around errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that Ida lass I've gotten a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods knows she needs to. Hey, lay off of my girl. Slap you, Rowena. Alright, we'll see you guys in a sec at Frost. Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. When I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moon daisies are often hung to rafters, trees, or other elevated locations to represent the celestial body when performing holy rituals to the goddess Menfina during daylight hours. Hey, that's my god. It's my one of the 12. Brynda loves these, you know? I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Oh shit. Wait, they're coming here to Mordona, or are they on their way to Ishgard?
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Time to go. Alright, see you guys in another sec. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Brynda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive. Must hasten to hear her report. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. Come with news of the Dravanians. Ah, Dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into a retreat, our victory, if such as it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then. We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Corythus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Oldal must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. The fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see, very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does not receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgar Somar and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield as an advantage to our foe, over our foe. Thank you. Wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, MSQ. Finally in Heaven's Ward, finally in Heaven's Ward.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Is that?
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Oh, she undid the shield. Alright, to Camp Dragonhead we go. It seems I was the swifter, MSQ. Oh, fuck you. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare. for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Little punk. I got here before you. Such a child. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outmost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. It would seem the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. When you have learned of the heretic's treachery, Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Hoshafant will know where Sir Emmerich is at the same place, Alpha Node. Post one is so smart and privy to much knowledge. You sure are a dumb shit. Where else would he meet us except the same place he's met us every single time we've met him? Alpha Note's getting on my nerves again. It's reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster, not the berry brink. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. But you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to me prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived. Would treat with you in the door. Yeah, you see that, Alpha Node? Same place, my guy. Right, and before we get well into way with Ishgard's, please go ahead and end the block here. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've been enjoying this MSQ full playthrough. Consider subscribing. We'll see you next time.